In this video, we will be explaining every single move using principles and positional balances, checks, captures, threats, everything. I think here we'll just go here. We could go knight f6, but then they could do that potentially. I don't know that line fully, so just go d5. And here, if they play the London system, I think I'm going to develop my knight. Push this pawn to immediately attack the center. If they take, I just go here and open this file, miss diagonal for the bishop, and take. Even in some cases, I could also put the bishop here on d6, and then threaten to trade off their powerful bishop. So if they take, we develop our queen, so that's good. I don't know why they're taking so long in the opening. It's not that hard. We only have a few options, like queen's gambit, or solid knight f3, or London system, bishop f4. What else is there? Knight c3 maybe? No. What's that, like the Alekhines defense? Probably not that good. Or not, I don't know what it's. Not the Alekhines defense. Petrov defense. He's taken over a minute on the second move. Suspicious. And I'm just getting free ELO today. Last game I played, the person just disconnected. So I got free 9 rating points. That's weird. What would I usually... I guess just the knight move? Yeah. Both these moves at some point will happen. This just prevents them from pushing their pawn forward. And I've got 2 attackers on that square. I've got 0 defenders, so I can't push the pawn. Yeah, I think this is probably the plan. Push the pawn, control the center, develop the bishop. Then we develop this knight and this bishop, develop our queen somewhere. And then we just wait to see which side we want to castle on. Remain flexible. Ideally, you want to castle on the opposite side that your opponent does so you can launch a pawn storm. This guy really is taking way too much time. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, yeah, no, definitely. Because in the opening, you should just no. There's no way you should be spending that much time on the first 3 moves. I could do this. So now you like transpose back to the Queen's Gambit. That's what I expected. It's like this random move. Here, I think you either do the Slav defense or the Queen's Gambit declined, which I think both are good, but this is probably better, I think. And also just develops the bishop. And it's better to push the pawn 2 squares than 1 square. If you do it 1 square, it blocks the knight, could block the bishop. 2 just controls the center, so. Again, my opponent was taking forever. He took 1:30 on the second move, 40 seconds on the third move. In the opening, you should be blitzing out your moves because you should have preparation. Or at least, it's not a tournament, we're just playing online. You should at least just have some openings you're familiar with. That you play all the time. But I think pawn takes is good because if knight takes, pawn can attack. Pawns need to be in the center, right? You don't want to develop the queen, obviously, because that could be easily attacked and give the opponent free tempo, so just take with the pawn. 15 seconds there on that think. I feel like I need to do like a minimum amount of time per move just to make sure there's no blunders and calculated long-term lines. Or just taking into account like positional, long-term positional balances. If I do this, I usually just take the bishop back after they attack. It's good to attack the knight. It removes the defender of this, or an attacker of this pawn, defender of the center, controller of the center, we could call it. It's not terrible, just developing the piece right. I guess also that could be a potential pawn weakness in the future every time they do that. Do I want to pin both knights? Not really, because that can make them... They could push both pawns. Make both our bishops retreat. Should be weird. I don't know. Should I just go here? That's not really doing a lot, though. Like I said, I might actually want to move the knight here to d2, because then it can go to these two, push this pawn, have the knight here, defending this square, and push that pawn. So yeah, first develop the bishop, and then the knight, I think. Because you're just the minor pieces are supposed to be developed first. Could go here, maybe? Doesn't do a lot right now. Prevents the queen from going there. Could prevent castling in the future. They can't attack it yet. Yeah, let's actually maybe let's try that. Bishop f5. But as I was saying, based on like general principles, they say develop your knights before bishops. But that's like very beginner level stuff. High level or like intermediate level as well. You can kind of do whatever you want. Imbalance or principles actually aren't even that like they're not like the governing laws of to determine like how to find the best move because the engine doesn't always follow principles, right? You just gotta calculate. That's it. Calculate and evaluate. Here I'm gonna go queen here because I want them to take. To take is a mistake, right? Because if they take, then it lets me develop my queen. So that's a very important principle you got to keep in mind. So what are my opponent's threats and plans? Something I gotta start thinking about more often. They could develop the knight here, so I think I have to go here and there, so I might have to push this pawn in the future. Interesting. If they do that, pawn takes, defends the bishop. If I went here, that's probably not good. I can't do that. Interesting. Wait. Oh, they blundered the bishop. Let's go. Because the queen defended the bishop. Sort of like a drawback blunder, but in reverse. Um, they just completely forgot that the queen defends the bishop, I guess. A drawback blunder is when you move a piece that was defending something. Um, oh, okay, I didn't calculate that. Nice. I don't know if they calculated that or just got lucky. But they can get the bishop back. I think. Wait, no, actually, I can go here. Yeah, they did not calculate that. But if I go there, can then I do anything else crazy? Not really. Perfect. We're gonna keep this bishop defended. We're gonna retreat it probably. If they just don't take it immediately. Because the longer it sits in their opponent's territory, the longer they can try to capture it back. So yeah, right now I'm up a piece. I'm up a knight. I got lucky that I had that move there. Oh, okay, now they are winning this bishop. I should have calculated this far ahead. It's not that hard. Oh, wait, look, I got this move. I just got lucky again. Knight defends the bishop and blocks this check. That's why I should memorize opening theory, because then you can know, like, that this kind of thing would happen. So now I think you just trade off everything, right? Since you're up a piece, you're up material, you want to just trade, simplify to the winning endgame. But then they allows them to attack my queen. Well, I mean, I could go here, attack this pawn. Should I just castle, honestly? If they move the knight, that's actually bad. Could go here and here, honestly. Or do we just retreat the bishop? No, I still got two defenders. Yeah, let's just go here. Planning for this. We definitely want to trade. We definitely want a castle. Okay, so I can't really take this knight. Oh wait, no, the bishop's being attacked, so it has to be moved. I could go here, maintain the tension. They move the knight. I take the bishop with check. Yeah, they're not. Well, the thing is, then they could go here though. Then what? What if I attack the queen first, actually? Because it's the danger levels, the forcing moves. If they take my bishop, I take their queen. So let's go here, and they can't take the bishop because their queen's under attack. If they go here, I'd be happy. We just trade. I think they might have to go here. This is defended by rook. This is defended by bishop and knight. This is attacked by the pawn. So they literally have two moves possible for the queen, and one good move, and they picked the bad move. I would say. I'm just trading all the pieces now. It's literally that simple. So I go here, they could go here and get a nice pawns. I think we just castle, develop the rook. Little outpost, sort of. Except if they go here, not really. But I mean, I'm just gonna try to trade off the bishop for the knight. Very happy this game was pretty good. I'm gonna be approaching 1300 pretty soon. Just gotta stop making mistakes, really, and just consider your opponent's threats and plans, and calculate like 3 moves ahead just to make sure there's no blunders. That's all you gotta do to get to like 1400, 1300. I don't know. You gotta understand the principles, know how to apply them. Opponent's again taking forever to think. I mean, I should be thinking too, but I think I'm just gonna castle, try to centralize my rooks, push some pawns. They made a very simple mistake that you would not expect at the 1250 level, spluttering the bishop. But on the other hand, maybe that does happen all the time. I just don't always recognize it, right? So when you analyze your games, like, how did I miss that? You just gotta notice when your opponent's blunder. That's really it too. You gotta take every opportunity you have. So you know, some chess players are like, if your opponents give away free pieces, then take them. It's that simple. You just gotta make sure you don't ruin the game from there. Don't blunder anything. Just trade it. That's why trading off everything is good because it prevents or minimizes the probability of you blundering something. If all the pieces just get traded off, right? The longer your pieces are on the board, the more chances your opponent has to maneuver their pieces to get a positional imbalance and somehow beat you. Take that. Now I'm up a knight. What if I go there? Two defenders, two attackers. I think I just need castle. I mean, I honestly could go this way. You don't really need to do opposite castling because I've got a really stable pawn structure. Move this knight, push this pawn here to defend these two pawns. I think I do like that actually. But then they could get a rook in though after we trade like these pawns on the flank. I mean, this is solid too. Just push the pawns with my king behind it. That might not. I think that's good too. Yeah, because either way, my rook isn't going to be developed to a good square. Blocked in by this pawn. Yeah. Develop our rook and put our king away to safety. Sometimes you can put your king in the middle, in the center, right? Especially in the end games. Maybe I should have done that. But um, does this look like this is an easier way to develop the rook? Just practically, intuitively. So what are my next moves? I think. Well, my knight doesn't have a really good square because right now it's blocking this pawn. Like I said at the very beginning of the game, you want to push your pawns two squares most of the time. Um, well, I mean, it also always depends because if you push them two, pawns can't go backwards. So every time you push a pawn, you're leaving a weakness behind. You got to be careful. You got to take into account the entire position as a whole. Uh, but like in the openings, I like to push pawns too because of how you develop your knights and bishops. Interesting. I think we just go here to stop them from attacking my king. Doesn't really take that much time to think, buddy, but he keeps thinking. Now he's got his. Yeah, he's working on the same file, so I really think I should have moved my king towards the center. We'll see what Stockfish says. That would be surprising. But that's something I think it's intuitive for normal players to find. Could go here. Now to allow me to develop the rook on this file. So let's go for that idea. But then we can finally move our knight, potentially. Because in the other line, this knight on this square blocks the file for the rook, so we don't want to put the knight there. We don't put the knight here either, because knights in the rim are dim. Um, from here, it only has 3 squares you can see, but from here it's got 8, actually. Yeah, not 6, 8. As long as it's in these central 16 squares, knights always see 8. So I don't really want to take, because then the rook gets developed, so whoops. And I can't go here because pawn will be pinned. Honestly, do I just like move my king to the center? I kind of have to take this and allow them to develop the rook now. Or I could go here too. That's weird. And they can't defend it. I guess I could try that. Let's do it. I'm not gonna just allow you to develop your rook. It's crazy. So now I'm gonna take the pawn back. There's no way for them to defend because here would be captured by the pawn. It's not really allowing their. Okay, well I can go here. 2 defenders, the king and the rook. versus 2 attackers, so they can't capture it. How do I get my knight to the game? Like that, I think. First, we gotta go here to defend this square here. And they can't move the rook because now I'll just take this pawn. I guess they're maybe trying that, but by then I'll have time to go there and attack the rook. And then I might even be able to capture the pawn or trap the rook. No, they're safe if they go here, I guess. Okay, so they saw my plan, but I can just take the pawn. Then I can now I can still do this. Yeah. It's nice defended by king. Okay, so now they're kind of infiltrating. How do I think prophylactically and eliminate all their infiltration squares? I could just push this again, attack the rook, or to take this immediately. I guess I can take, but then they could go here. I think we'll just take this pawn. Oh no, they're threatening to take this pawn. Yeah, we'll go here, and this check is defended by this knight. Just gotta think ahead just a little bit, and you'll figure that out. Okay, they did defend the pawn like I expected. It's annoying that I don't have anything like that just wins. Attack the rook again and defends the pawn. Wait, trade rook? Did I just blunder my rook? Oh my god, I blundered my rook pushing the pawn. I'm so disappointed in myself. Well, I'm gonna have to trade off rooks, then push the pawn forward once more. Well, maybe this comes a weak. Actually, we'll go knight here. Defend the pawn. Now we activate our king in the endgame. Or probably just move the rook first. Their knight doesn't have time, really. Well, I guess they did if they did that. Okay, we'll just take this. They'll take the pawn with check, whatever. Centralize the king. Can't believe I blundered my rook, but I don't know what kind of blunder it is. I want to like study all the different types of mistakes and blunders that occur so I can like minimize that from happening, minimize the chance from that occurring. So I guess I was like I don't know, just the rooks were on the same file, and I pushed a pawn, and then rooks could see each other. My rook was undefended, and I was looking at it after this game. Should I just attack the rook again? Not really. Well, I mean, yeah, it can't really be attacked. It's on an outpost because the pawn defends. There's no pawns they can attack or pieces of equal value like knights or bishops. The only way they could get rid of it is by using the rook. So now if I go here, I let them attack this pawn. I'm not too worried though, honestly. If we infiltrate their position, we just take their pawns. It helps us promote our pawns, so. Okay. Sneaky. That's no bueno. But I think we'll just push though. The idea was I can't take the pawn because the rook will take rook. We're definitely above that level, right? And we have to go here. If we go here, they'll get a queen. So now they can go here, but I go here. I just harass them. That's terrible. Now this he can't even attack my position now. He's not going to trade that off. That's terrible. That's his only piece. When you're losing, you should not be trading pieces because you want to keep your pieces on the board and try to make use of them. Try to make a positional advantage for yourself. Gotta be careful with the clock, but I think we just take this pawn, then push this pawn, and use our rook however we can. We got this move, but that's not good. I think we just honestly leave the knight here on this outpost, and even just push this pawn, be prophylactic, so now the king can't come in. We'll just push this pawn, because if they take, then we take back, and now they can't do anything. Okay, they could attack, yeah. Okay, that's fine. We'll just push. Dude, I gotta be so careful. It's 24 seconds. Oh, wait, I just blundered the knight, yeah. Well, I should be fine, right? I've got 2 pawns. And now they can't stop my... Okay, well, I've got a rook. I can checkmate with the rook. 20 seconds, but... Oh, shoot. I don't like this at all, man. I don't like this at all. Shoot. I only have... This is not good. What do I do, man? I already lost this. Damn it. Bullshit. Bullshit, man. We gotta understand the end games. Like, what would I have done? It's a very instructional moment. What on earth do I do, man? I guess I just move the rook, prevent the king from going forward, right? That's it. That's it. So they did play slightly higher accuracy than me. I guess we played pretty evenly. Nice. I don't want to draw every game. I want to win. But I mean, if I draw, it's okay. We're gonna skip everything because I want to see how to win that freaking end game. So unbelievable. Oh, it is just a theoretical draw. There's nothing I can do. Interesting. Oh, I guess what I should have done is move my rook. Come on, obviously. In this position, I'm winning. In this position, I'm not. Best. Oh, wait. No, they blundered by moving the king forward. So what was... Oh, no, I still don't understand. I can't go here. They pushed the pawn. Do I just put them in check? Best... Yep, this is the losing move. I was just panicking. I saw a low time. King forward? Okay. You obviously need to use your king, not just your rook. That makes sense in principle. Okay, well, that's all I needed to know. Don't put your rook on the same file as the pawn, and try to bring your king in. And as well, also, I guess maybe try to prevent the king from going forward, like by going here. That's not the best move. In this position, what it was best? Just moving the king is actually best. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Miss. King g2. King d. King g2. What? Here? And their best move. That's so odd. Well, I'm good enough not to blunder, but well, unless it's an end game, right? Good enough not to blunder in the opening or middle game, but I don't know my end game, so that's a very instructional lesson here. I learned what I need to study. I need to study the end games. So hopefully you learned some stuff from this, little calculation. Maybe you need to work on your end game too, and now you see how important it is. So consider subscribing to make viewing and learning from my videos a consistent habit, and thanks for watching as always.